Today's video is presented to you by EA Gamechangers. Special thanks to EA for providing me early access to Madden 22 and allowing early capture so I can bring you guys exclusive videos. Now, if you want more exclusive Madden 22 content, be sure to subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to use a power-up pass in Madden 22 Ultimate Team. This is a great replacement system, a great way to save coins throughout the year and still power up cards in MUT 22 throughout the year. Now, if you missed my video from yesterday, we did do a deep dive on how to power up cards in general. So if you're new to the game, even if you're not, the way powering up is a little bit different this year. I would definitely recommend making sure that you check that video out. We are going to link it down below in the comments section as a pinned comment to this video. There's going to be two videos there. Number one, how to power up cards. That's the step number one of everything that we're going to teach you in this video. You need to watch that first. If you don't know how to power up cards, you're going to be a little lost, and I can certainly understand for all of your new players or players that haven't played this game in a few years where it could get confusing. So go watch that video. Number two, when you power up cards, there's a new way to chem them up or make them better, and those are called strategy items. We did drop a deep dive on strategy items as well yesterday, so make sure you go check that video out as well. Both of those will be linked down below as a pinned comment. Now, if you're new here, if you found my channel because you're looking for ways to understand this game mode better, to make coins, to make your team better, to understand promos, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I truly would appreciate it for more Ultimate Team videos. You don't want to miss out on those. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up. I'd appreciate the support there a lot. It really helps my channel grow as well if you guys show the support. If you found the video helpful, go ahead and show me some love. So let's go ahead and talk about power-up passes in MUT 22. Once again, thank you to EA for providing me with early access to this game so I can make these videos for you guys. One thing I want to be upfront about, really two things, is that they did grant me a bunch of these power-ups to make this video. This is not going to be on my main account. This is not something that I get to keep, so this is just a test environment. And because it's a test environment, some of the things have not loaded into the game that we should see on launch, most specifically the level cap rewards. So if you're a MUT veteran, you probably know by now, you look in the upper right part of your screen, there is a level that you're at, like a ranking, and I'm at level 4. And normally, if we go over to missions, we can see the level cap rewards. And primarily, this is the best way and the main way that you're going to earn power-up passes throughout the year. That stuff is not in the game. I feel pretty confident that's how you will earn them still, like we've seen in years past. But I just don't know the specifics on when you're going to earn what power-up passes. When that comes into the game and I have the actual real game on my own account, I will be able to drop videos going over the details on that. And also the best options and cards and players that you want to use your power-up passes on. For this video, we really just want to show you how to use one. Now, there is one actual way that you can earn a power-up pass that I know of right now specifically. If you go over to your ultimate challenges and you take a look at one of the very first challenge sequences in the game, it's called the campaign. So it's a really good way to get into MUT right now and kind of earn some additional rewards. There's a lot of very easy solo challenges out there to play through. Here are some of the rewards that you're going to earn. There's a strategy item in there. We talked about that in yesterday's video. We talked about it in both of yesterday's videos. Strategy items specifically and just overall powering up cards. You get additional strategy items at tier 10. You're going to want those for your power-up items. You're going to want those for the items that you use power-up passes on. But along with those things, you're earning a bunch of like random gold cards, and if you actually go over to your sets, there is a place to trade in, I believe it's the bronze items. Let's double check here. If we go to item sets, go to the campaign, and then bronze player exchange, go all the way down here to the second one. It says exchange 2 of the bronze players from your starter team that you no longer need. So your starter team is like this really bad team full of bronze players that they give you by default. as you start to earn and buy more players, you're going to replace those. Normally you just quick sell them, right? And we'll talk about the campaign in a separate video in detail, but now they're giving us a home for these bronze items that we don't need, and you can actually trade 2 of them in for a power-up pass. You can also trade 2 of them in for a fantasy pack that's going to give you a power-up player. We discussed powering up players in detail, and that's why I recommended making sure that you go check out that video, because that's the base step. That's the stuff you absolutely need to know to understand how and why we're going to be using power-up passes. So we do have a bunch of power-up passes in our possession. I will once again explain that this is a test environment and all of the artwork and images have not loaded. So we have a bunch of 62 to 81 overall power passes. We also have 82 to 84, 85 to 86, and I think there may be an 8. Yes, there's 87 to 88. So some of the card art is just not loading on these, unfortunately. I'll show you one with one of the lower tiers and then one of the higher tier ones. So we're going to go to program, we're going to go to power up, and you need these base level power ups on your team or in your binder in order to be able to power up a card. In yesterday's video, we powered up Patrick Mahomes and Honey Badger as an example. So now we're going to take a higher level item. We'll go with Jalen Ramsey, and we're going to go ahead and power him up. So we would go over to upgrades here, and we need training to power him up. So we're just going to go through the power-up path. Again, I can't explain it enough. If you don't understand what I'm doing at this point, you need to go back and watch yesterday's video on how to power up a card. The main purpose of this one is that we want to use a power-up pass. So we're approaching a spot here, one more level. We're at tier 5. We're approaching tier 6, where it says add this player's core elite item to upgrade ratings and unlock the X Factor ability slot. So let's get to that option. And here is where we have decisions to make. If you already own this Jalen Ramsey, you can select item from binder. If you don't and you want to go buy it, you can go to search auctions. But the other option that you're going to have, assuming you have the appropriate power-up pass, is select item from binder and choosing a power-up pass. So we have a decision here. And again, you're not going to get 5 87 to 80 overall power-up passes. This is just a test environment. But if I didn't want to use up my Jalen Ramsey Core Elite, I wanted to sell this one on the auction house to make some coins back, I can substitute it with an 87 to 88 overall power pass. You have to use a power up pass that's associated with the same overall as the card you're substituting it for. So I can't use an 81 to 82 power up pass on an 88 overall card. It just doesn't work that way. So instead of placing the Core Elite Jalen Ramsey in there, I'm going to go with a power-up pass, okay? And now my Jalen Ramsey is powered up without actually having to use his Core Elite. I could go in and sell that card, okay? Now, one other thing that I actually want to show you as we refund here, if for whatever reason, you know, you bought Jalen Ramsey early on, you bought his Core Elite, you powered him up, and this is what you're looking like, right? And then later on, you get to level 50 or you get to some level where you earn an 87 to 88 overall power-up pass. This is something you're going to practice and want to do all year long, is go to refund. You're going to refund your upgrade. This is going to give you your Core Elite back, and then you would go back in and upgrade again, and you would select the power-up pass that you maybe newly acquired, and then go sell the Core Elite or hang on to it for future use. But it's almost like a replacement system to save you a lot of coins. So before we end the video, let's do it with one more player. We'll do a lower overall, so we're still in our binder. We're still sorted by power-ups. I'll go down here and find, like a lower overall, and we'll go with, let's see here. We'll go with Chandler Jones, Syracuse legend, and we're going to go over to upgrades, and we're going to power him up like we normally would. Like I said, you need to understand how to power up cards to know what I'm doing here, but we're basically spending our training on making this player better. When we get to this crossroad right here, are we going to go ahead and put in an item from our binder or buy him from the auction? We're going to go select item from binder, and we once again have a decision to make. Do we want to use our 84 overall Core Elite, or do we want to use an 82 to 84 overall power-up pass? The power-up pass replaces the card that you need. Hypothetically, later on down the road, if Chandler Jones got a card that was a 95 overall, and you were powered all the way up to a 93 overall with him, you would have that chance to either buy his 95 overall, or if you have a 95 overall power-up pass at that point in the year, you could use that. So these things come out throughout the entire year and become more and more valuable. There'll be ways to earn them more than likely through leveling up like we've seen in the past. Now, before we leave the video, this is very, very, very important. I don't even listen to my own advice every year. There is no way at this point in the game to track where you've used your power-up passes. So it's very important to open up a notepad file on your computer, a Word document, a spreadsheet, or just get an old-fashioned pen, paper, and pad. Make sure you write down where you're putting these power-up passes, because later on down the road, I might want to use this 82 to 84 power-up pass on a different player other than Chandler Jones. And because I have bad memory, I might not remember in August that I put this power-up pass on Chandler Jones. So rather than playing a scavenger hunt and trying to figure out where you put it, write it down, because EA is still not giving us a way to track these. Maybe that's something that gets added earlier or later in the game. Hopefully so, but at this point, we've had power-ups and power-up passes, I think, for at least 3 years, and we've yet to see it implemented. So make sure you keep track of this information yourself. That's how you use a power-up pass in MUT 22. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.